너는 세상에 단 하나뿐인 레드 타입이야. 어떤 주인을 만나게 될지 궁금하지? 바로 오늘 알게 된단다.
왜 나는 혼자인 거야? 그래, 내가 특별하니까. 그러니까 하나뿐인 거야. 원영사가 그렇게 말했어. 난 특별해. 그 누구보다 특별하게 태어난 거야. 하지만 혼자는 싫어. 내게 숨겨진 정의의 힘. 그게 나를 특별하게 만드는 거겠지? 그렇다면 그 힘에 눈을 뜨면, 그러면 모두가 나를 알아봐 주는 거지? 그렇지?
A chapter labeled Come and Save Me. Well, the first reaction is this is definitely going to be a very calming chapter. The second is now I have to think of that song Hurry Up and Save Me, and it's going to be stuck in my head for a few hours. Thank you very much. I realized after I came back from the amusement park with Red that it wasn't just Red who thought that I had feelings for Tay. To say it again, I never liked Tay that way.
그 얘긴 벌써 몇 번이나 들었어. 그때마다 나도 상처란 걸 받긴 받는다고.
There should be a comma after time. Of course I like Tay, but that's...
소녀의 심장처럼 핑크핑크하거나 정열적인 느낌은 아니라는 거지.
I don't like the way you put it, but I guess that's right.
난 이미 눈치챘지. 마이 허니는 나와 데이트를 가지 않고 저 체리보이랑 갔으니까.
Yuri pointed at Red with his fork. Red's eyebrows flinched.
그 말은 아무나랑 데이트 오케이라는 의미 아닌가?
I cannot follow your logic there. What makes you think that I'd date anyone just because I go somewhere with someone specific?
총사령관, 저거 방금 나 무시한 거 맞지?
Red was quick to notice for some reason.
마스터, 저랑도 데이트 해주시면 선반위에 숨겨둔 쿠키 드릴게요.
No offense, Yano, but I don't think I want to date anyone who feels like they either have to blackmail or bribe me into dating them. No, Yano, you can just have those. Finally, after Lance let out a sigh, the hectic atmosphere calmed down. Anyway, I'm glad everything's cleared up. I was going to school with Red as always. Red said he's guarding me, but I feel like I'm just walking a huge dog.
있지. 나 어제 엄청난 꿈을 꿨어.
Was the dream anything like the one that you had at the beginning of this route? 'Cause if so, tell me. What was it?
히로인이 나쁜 인형에게 잡혀가고 그런 히로인을 특별한 힘을 사용해서 구출해내는 꿈.
Spoilers? Foreshadowing? Prophetic dream? 'Cause that honestly sounds like something that's gonna happen at this route. I'm gonna be kidnapped by Nameless and Red is gonna rescue me? I don't know, it's just... that sounds very possible.
그런데 이상한 건 그 특별한 힘이 뭐였는지 잘 기억이 나지 않는다는 거야. 분명 뭔가 있었는데.
There was just this weird, viscous white stream of liquid that I sprayed out onto your face. I don't know what it was, but it was amazing. Red frowned seriously and tried to remember. Special power. Well, since the dolls have become humans, I guess there might be something like special powers.
빨리 그 힘에 눈을 떠서 히로인을 더 안전하게 지켜주고 싶어.
But does Red really have some sort of special power within him? I've been thinking something for a while. Those special powers that he's talking about, aren't they just his delusions? I can't tell this to him when he's so serious about it. But on one side, I genuinely hope that what he says come true. Good morning. I was about to say hi to Sai and Shimbi, but the class atmosphere was a bit odd. Huh? Did something happen? I can see the kids whispering here and there.
너 못 들었어?
What?
유령 얘기.
What? I've never heard of this before.
어제 저녁에 3학년 선배가 봤대. 근데 목격자가 선배뿐만이 아니었어. 봤다고 하는 사람이 한둘이 아니야. 게다가 어제는 보름달이 떴거든. 혹시 늑대인간 종류 아닐까?
A werewolf is not a ghost. Kindly get your supernatural creature straight.
아카데미 제일 꽃미남이 보름달이 뜨면 늑대인간으로 변해버린다는 슬프지만 아름다운 이야기. 아우! 늑대인간은 소희의 망상이야. 흘려들어.
Okay. A ghost? It must be just a rumor. After seeing my indifferent reaction, Soy scolded me about how I wasn't romantic enough. I failed to see how a werewolf could be romantic. I'm sure if I looked into the deeper depths of the internet or anything like that, I would find a whole sleuths. A lot of fan fiction or stories that involve a human dating a werewolf and it being romantic. I personally can't see it because a werewolf is a human who turns into a bloodthirsty monster with no self-control once a month, or twice a month for a blue moon, and could actually rip you apart very easily. But a lot of people seem to not realize that and think supernatural equals romance. But I didn't take it seriously and lay down my bag. A ghost? It's ridiculous. I've said it before and I say it again. You live in a world where a wizard who grants wishes in return for memories has turned your dolls into humans. And you say a ghost is ridiculous? Should I get a burger or a sandwich for lunch? If you're going to the cafeteria, I don't think they serve burgers or sandwiches. They serve bread, which is bread filled with stuff like gel or bean paste and whatever. But that's very different from a burger and a sandwich. I pondered over this serious question and headed towards the cafeteria. I was no longer afraid to walk the hallway by myself. Soon enough, I'll be able to go back onto the toilet all by myself. Is it because Red kept on telling me that he'd always protect me? I feel like he brainwashed me somehow. But I'm fine with brainwashing if it makes me feel this good. Allow me to divert your attention to the manga The Blue Seal, where the antagonist has manipulation powers where he can brainwash you into feeling whatever he wants you to feel. Pain, relief, pleasure, exhaustion, whatever. It's never good when he uses either of those techniques. So even if it makes you feel good, brainwashing isn't good. I was smiling happily at the thought of Red when I saw two figures at the end of the empty hallway.
자, 이거 오늘도 가져왔어.
Oh, that's... One of the two figures was a redhead. It was Red. No way, Red the redhead.
우와, 오늘도 주는 거야?
네가 정의를 지키는데 나도 도움을 주고 싶어서.
Wait. That girl is definitely...
그날 레드가 너한테 빵 사다 주는 것도 봤어. 그리고 내가 레드에게 준 과자를 네가 낼름 받아가는 것도.
I'm sure. She's one of the girls who dragged me to the alleyway on that day. I suddenly felt dizzy and like the world turned upside down. I faltered and backed away. At that moment, my back touched something. I hurriedly turned around.
아, 또 만났네?
또 방해하려고?
I broke out in cold sweat. After that incident, I had to suffer through nightmares. But right now, I feel like those nightmares are coming true. I barely had myself gathered, but my legs started to shake. The two girls drove me into a corner before Redwood could notice me.
안 그래도 자꾸 찝쩍대는 것도 짜증나는데 이제 방해까지 하려고?
You know, it doesn't matter what my gender or sexual orientation would be, I don't think I would want to date you. Aside from the fact that you are a bitch. You also sound really clingy. Like just being in someone else's presence includes flirting with them. I don't think I want to be anywhere near you. Not with a clinger like that. Also, I was backing away from Red. What makes you think I'm interfering?
너 진짜 짜증나는 거 알아?
And you bore me.
맞아. 게다가 너 레드랑 놀이공원까지 갔다면서?
How did you...
우리가 몰랐으면 뭘 더 어쩌려고 그랬는데, 어?
And it's none of your business what I do with any of the dolls, huh?
가뜩이나 연극부 활동 같이 하는 것도 짜증나는데.
You can join the drama club easily. I know, they're pointless bullies here for unnecessary drama. By God, I hate it. At least make the bullies entertaining or funny. Or ridicule them constantly like I do. In my story, I mean, not here. Now I was feeling victimized more than feeling fear. Eri, here's the news flash. You're a bully victim. You don't have to feel extra victimized from it. Why do I have to be treated like this? Because you have no spine. Your spine is like a cooked noodle. It's there and you can chew it, but it also easily disintegrates with a little bit of pressure. Seriously, I've been a bully victim and I've been a bully. I know both ends of the spectrum, and you are a really, really easy target to victimize. Now, if you had a spine or grew some balls, they might back up a bit. But for some reason, you can't do that. You need to have a man save you. I shivered at the malice targeted at me and the fact that I was constantly being watched. Why do I have to suffer through these nightmares and violence? Because Nameless is an asshole. It was so unfair. I felt enraged. How old are you? You should know by now that the world and life isn't fair. I think I knew that at an age younger than you are. On the one hand, I really want to pick this one because it contains an exclamation mark, and it makes me think, you know, she might be yelling at them, you know, doing something to, you know, grow some balls, which would be awesome. But knowing the game tends to mean things differently from how I would interpret the option. This might have her snapping at them that they shouldn't delude themselves into thinking that I like red, which would backfire. On the other hand, this sounds like it would enrage them more, but it contains red name in it, so... Sure. Let's make the bullies angry. What could possibly happen when I do that? Red already likes me. Oh my god, what did I just say? I was so out of my mind that I ended up spitting out something unexpected. Even I was flustered at what I said, and the two girls... Korean, I'm sorry, I don't know how to read Korean. Now, this is the second instance of untranslated Korean that I have found in the game to date, and I'm pretty sure it was in... I'm pretty sure it was also in Red's Route, but it was probably in a bad ending or an alternate scene that I did off-screen, which is why you haven't seen it yet. It's one of those small things. It's just... You really need to check the stuff before you release the game.
얘 미친 거 아니야? 야! 잡아!
히로인!
I thought it was hidden from your sight. I heard Red's voice coming from behind the girls. At his voice, the hand stopped midair. I thought he wouldn't be able to see me?
뭐,
Red was coming towards this way, but stopped at the strange atmosphere. And he tilted his head, looking at the girls surrounding me. We're playing cops and robbers. I'm the robber.
야, 가자.
We're totally not suspicious! While Red was hesitating, the girls gestured towards the northern left in a hurry. I looked at the hallway and noticed the girl who was talking to Red just now had left too.
쟤들은 뭐야?
I was about to spill the beans, but stopped. There were so many things to say that I didn't know where to start. They were the ones who previously kidnapped me. They harmed me and were intending to harm me again. I know that had some very big words for you and their Eri, but it's not that difficult to explain. If I'm to explain everything, I'd have to tell him about that day. That day that he already knows about. There are still parts of that day that I didn't tell Red. That you also didn't really tell the other guys. But I think I'd be better to gather my thoughts and tell him later. I'll tell you at home.
뭐, 알았어. 아, 히로인, 이거 하나 먹을래? 2개 받았거든.
Red handed me a bag of chocolate cookies. He got 2? Shit. 50-50 chance that the one I'm getting is the one poisoned. Red was innocently offering it to me. But at that moment I went pale as if I just saw a poisoned apple. I felt nauseous. No, I'm fine. I refused for sure. Red seemed disappointed but took it back.
참, 오늘 끝나고 연습 있는 거 알지?
Yeah, I know.
늦지 말고 와. 이번엔 반줄 간다고 해도 빼는 거 없어.
Alright. I was able to smile at least a little bit at what Red said last. I feel like I see a silver lining of light amidst the shadow engulfing me. After school, we continued rehearsing for the play in the music room.
정의를 지키는 일은 보람찬 일이지만 결코 쉬운 일은 아니지. 그러니 나를 믿고 힘을 줘.
That's actually a decent script. No arms thick as bananas or glorious swans. Red was practicing his lines in one corner. I didn't think he'd be able to recite the lines so easily, but wow! Easily with the Y and I in each other's place. They must be perfect for Red. I was surprised to see how well he is, but I also felt proud.
좋아, 이대로 가자. 느낌 아주 좋아.
But is the setting a playground?
그렇지. 축구공을 차면서 놀고 있는 꼬마아이에게 정의의 용사가 다가가는 거야.
Hey little boy, I'm the Justice Warrior, Justice Man. Wanna head into my Justice Man? I've got candy! How about me?
대본 보면 나와 있잖아. 정의의 용사에게 하는 대사. 읽어봐. 대사를 말해야지.
There are only 3 dots, I said while showing the script. See? Eri, she just told you what you did wrong. According to her, 3 dots are pronounced as
아, 축구공이 없네?
What kind of drama club are you? The drama club in my school, where I was in for 1 year, it was very small. Very small. One teacher was the supervisor and, I don't know, a handful of students with me in it. And we were still better. We had someone, we always made sure to have everything, every prop that we needed before we started rehearsing. You guys seem to have more than that, and you don't have your stuff there before you need it?
누가 창고에 가서 축구공을 좀 가져와야겠는데.
Everyone was busy memorizing their lines. No one volunteered to go. You're the one who noticed that the soccer ball is missing, so you should go get it yourself? But I only had 1 line to practice today. There's really only... I think I have the least to do. Should I go? You were intimidated and almost attacked just a few hours ago. By people who you know have already harmed you and are intent on harming you again. And you are planning to leave on your own? I'll go.
아, 그래 줄래?
Sure. I glimpsed at Red and saw that he was busy practicing. He'd definitely follow me if I tell him I'm going to get the ball. He looks so focused right now, and I don't want to bother him. He always cares for me. This is the least I could do for him. Leave without telling him where I'm going when I have been just attacked recently and going on my own. Eri, I'm starting to get pretty decently convinced that You have no survival instinct. You have no sense of self-preservation. I think nature wants you to be killed. I carefully slipped out of the music room. My footsteps rang quietly through the quiet hallway. It's not wrong, but here's a minor tip. Do not use the same sort of adjective in such close proximity in the same sentence. My footsteps rang quietly through the silent hallway. It works. It still has the same idea behind it, but you're not repeating the adjective. Because if you repeat the adjective, it sounds really stupid. I kept on thinking about Red on my way out for some reason. Maybe my conscience is telling me that I should tell him where I'm going. Well, I'm sure nothing bad is going to happen, so... Stupid conscience. It was quite strange to see him focus on something so intensely. I now realize how serious he is about the play. Of course, I ended up joining the drama club unexpectedly because of that. That's a weird sentence jump. He's serious about the play, that's why I joined the drama club. You joined the drama club because you were being attacked. But thanks to him, I was able to adjust well. I thought I'd never fit in the club, but through his help I was doing pretty well during rehearsals. Considering your only sentence seems to be, that doesn't say much. You certainly have to, stand specifically and give off a certain aura. It still doesn't sound all that much of a thing to do. What would it feel like to go up on stage with Red? I felt butterflies in my stomach at the thought of going on stage, and my heart pounded. Oh, I'm already this nervous. I hope I'll be okay on stage. If I tell Red this, he'll probably just tell me to trust him again. I couldn't help but smile at thinking about how simple but honest and cute Red is.
또 만났네?
I was smiling happily when someone's hand suddenly grabbed my shoulder. I was so surprised I froze at the spot. Shit! I should have told Red where I'm going. It's those girls again.
아까 레드에게 준 과자 또 네가 먹었지?
How about you give them to him without saying, or with saying that you don't want him to share them with anyone? Which is weird because even if I was given cookies, I'd probably share them with other people. But I'm not very big on candy. What? No! There was the girl who handed Red the biscuits, and the other two that snarled at me earlier. Because you only have 3 bullies in the entire school. For apparently one of the super popular Hot 5.
하여튼 이런 애들은 좋은 말로 해선 못 알아듣지.
얘 어쩔까? 말로 해서 못 알아듣는다면 벌을 줘야지.
You know, I recently have been watching a Let's Play of the Japanese horror game Calling. There were 3 bullies, ghost bullies in that game too. And they spoke exactly like that. So yeah. As said before, these are just caricatures of bullies, which makes them really boring. And not all that threatening. The girls laughed disturbingly. I was about to get ready to escape at their creepy smiles, but they held onto my shoulders and didn't let go. I don't think you're that far from the music room yet. I'm sure if you yell, someone will notice. Otherwise, You're in a school, hallway, sure, but I'm sure there's something here with which you can make a huge racket and put attention on yourself. Let go! But they soon covered my mouth and dragged me to somewhere else.
너 거기 열쇠 아직도 갖고 있지? 당연하지.
I sucked off the janitor to get it. This is the gym. The dimly lit gym was pretty spacious, but I felt like suffocating. Probably because someone has their hand over your mouth, and maybe even your nose.
뭘 멀뚱히 구경하고 있어? 들어봐!
The girls dragged me and pushed me into a warehouse at the corner. Oh, thank goodness this is exactly where I had to go. There's the soccer ball that I had to get. Well, if you girls could please step aside so I can go back to the music room, that'd be great. I was supposed to come here to get the ball. But the soccer ball isn't my problem right now. They pushed me in and I ended up falling to the ground. Before I could even get up, the three closed the door and said to me through the crack. Before I could even get up, comma, the three closed the door, comma, and then again, maybe not a comma there. Whatever.
그럼 거기서 자숙하고 있으라고. 운이 좋으면 내일 아침쯤엔 발견되지 않겠어?
No offense, girl, but that's not much of a threat. I mean, okay, let's say it's 5 p.m. at this point. Maybe 4 p.m. Janitorial staff for school begin 8 p.m. maybe earlier. I mean 8 a.m. earlier. So, at most, I will be locked away, let's say 12 hours. 12 hours locked in, I'd probably need the toilet like crazy. I'd be minorly dehydrated, and I would be very hungry. Depending on how well I can sleep, I'd probably be dead tired too. An unpleasant condition to be in, but not life-threatening or anything like that. Minor inconvenience. So this isn't as much of a fearful threat as you might think it is. Man, you suck at bullying. Wait, no! Putting my last scream to shame, the door slammed shut with a loud bang. There wasn't a single ray of light coming through the door. I was completely surrounded by darkness. Hello, darkness, my old friend. I heard the girls outside locking up the door. We are so conveniently evil that our tag has gone back to Korean for some reason. As their laughter faded away, so did their footsteps. I groped around and crawled towards the door. I pushed the cold door with all my strength, but it didn't budge. School is over, this is an empty gym, and I'm in the warehouse inside. Shit! If only the drama club was, practicing on the stage where we are gonna perform. So I couldn't hear a single footstep. My horror shriveled up at the blinding darkness. I don't know what the horror is. Is that a new organ that only Eri has? This is bad. That's an understatement. I tried to move around to find anything I could open the door with. Ouch! But soon my knee hit something. I might get hurt if I move around. Eri? I know that you're in the warehouse full of sports equipment and all that, but unless the lances for, lance throwing are horizontally and you would skewer yourself on one of them if you knocked into it, I don't think you're in any danger of severely getting hurt. Sure, going around and groping in the dark might, give you bumps and bruises, but I think that would be like nothing compared to, not having something to try to break the door open with. Bumps and bruises, okay, they're there, but at least it would have something. At least you're doing something. Everything is dark, so I can't even tell the time. I don't know how long I've been stuck here. Given your whining, I'd say about 2 minutes. But I should be alert. They say that discretion is the better part of valor, don't they? I held on to my pounding heart, because they had Kalimahed it out of my chest for some reason, and I was still alive. Let's bang on the door first. Hello? Is anyone there? I'm trapped here! Open the door! I'm trapped inside! Help! Hello? Isn't anyone there? I banged on the door and screamed. But all I could hear was my echoing voice and the bang. If this is anything like the door in one of my schools for all the sports stuff, that was a pretty thick door, so your voice is probably not heard, but the banging would be. So, don't strain your voice. No one would be in the gym at this hour. Except the drama club if you actually were to, practice on the stage. I know that initially my drama club also did it in classrooms at first, but we were migrating to the stage the closer we got to actually performing. I stopped banging and dropped my arms. My hands hurt from hitting the door. But I can't just give up like this. I should wait a little bit and start asking for help again. I regret leaving my phone at the music room. I thought I'd be back soon. Even if I didn't have service, I would have been able to see with the light. I'm scared. I was scared that the darkness would overwhelm my mind like it did with my cry for help. I felt like the darkness was creeping up to my body the way my feet grew cold. But I convinced myself. This is fine. This is nothing. Someone will come and get me soon. Then everything will be fine. Let's just hold on a bit more. Just a bit more. Grandpa? Where are you? Did you go somewhere? If you're not here, then I have to be by myself. It's just me in this huge house. Why did you leave without me? Why?
두 분 다 일 때문에 잠시 어딜 좀 다녀오시는 것뿐이야. 너는 착한 아이니까 다 이해하지?
No, Grandpa, I'm not strong. There's no one I can talk to with you gone. What do you mean I have two best friends? They don't count. I'm scared. They all feel like they'll abandon me soon. You're the only one I have. Grandpa, please, don't go. Don't leave me to be by myself. I thought that I had turned blind since I couldn't see anything when I opened my eyes. But after blinking a couple times, I found out that I could make some things out amidst the darkness. Where am I? Oh, right. I'm trapped in the warehouse. Ooh, it's cold. I crouch down. What time is it now? Did the sun set already? I can't hear anything. I can't see or hear a single thing. How long have I stayed in here? I couldn't even hear the time ticking. It's as if the darkness has swallowed time too. I'm scared. I don't like the darkness. I think this is the first time where Eri actually portrays a fear of the dark. I mean, she has always portrayed a fear of being abandoned and left alone in the house, which makes sense. But the darkness? That was never a thing before. How much longer do I have to be trapped in the dark? How much longer? I want to get out! I stood up and banged on the door with all my might. I'm trapped in here! Isn't anyone there? Save me, please! Please! I'm trapped in here! I'm trapped. I could feel my fists getting hot from the friction. My legs started shaking and I felt myself going dim. Why is it always like this when I haven't done anything wrong? Why do I always have to face the darkness? I repeat, you never mentioned anything about being stuck in the darkness before, so can't agree with you that this is always happening. I've never wished for this. Can't think of many people who would wish to be in your situation right now. They weren't tears of fear. They were of despair. Can I just say that I've begun to heavily dislike the word despair because of Danganronpa? Just a note. I feel like no one will come and get me. What do I do now? Come and save us, Red, with the Justice Warrior power and the special Justice Beam blow up and Power Rangers. Red? Red? The name that came right out of my mouth took over my thoughts. The person who said he'd protect me. The person who promised he'd always be by my side. I bit my lips and banged on the door again. Red! Save me! Red! I frantically called out for Red while banging the door. Eri is doorsexual, okay. That explains things. Yes, Red would definitely look for me right now. I was sure of it. Please find me. Please, Red. Red, save me. You said you'd protect me. Please, don't give up looking for me. Don't leave me. I can't hear anything and I can't see anything. I heard a small sound afar. I put my ear to the door and heard footsteps for sure. Someone's here? I suddenly got strength and stood up. Here! I'm trapped in here! I could hear the footsteps getting louder as I shouted. Someone was running towards me, hearing the scream. Or probably the banging of the door.
히로인, 너 거기 안에 있어?
That voice. It's Red. Red, it's me. You came. Tears started to spill from my eyes at hearing his voice.
문에서 조금 떨어져.
Okay. As I backed away from the door, I heard a banging. It was the sound of Red slamming into the door. Personally, I like to imagine him just ramming it with his head first like a bull. It'll be funny. After the last loud bang, the door finally opened. I couldn't see anything through the open door. Only the bright light I wanted to see so badly. It filled my sight completely. And Red was standing amidst the light. He came to save me.
히로인!
I was about to say, am I not going to get an awesome CG for this scene? I tried to keep back the tears, but I couldn't help it. Red, he really came to save me. Thank you for coming.
너 괜찮아? 안 다쳤어? 어?
Red seemed surprised to see me jump into his arms, but he soon started to worry. His voice was filled with worry and anxiety. But weirdly, I grew calmer after hearing that voice. I was scared to death, but Red found me in the end. The fear, resentment, and despair slowly faded away. Yeah, I'm okay.
진짜 한참을 찾아다녔어. 설마 여기에 갇혀 있을 거라고는. 대체 무슨 일이 있었던 거야?
Your whacked out fans did this for the third time. I'll tell you at home. I'm in too much shock to explain properly right now. Well, that's understandable.
너를 구하는 게 내가 돼서 다행이야, 히로인.
Well, she wouldn't have needed saving if she hadn't left.
갑자기 없어져서 정말 깜짝 놀랐다고.
I sneaked out on purpose because I didn't want to bother him. Can you imagine her actually living with her parents as a typical teen? I can imagine her going to a concert or something but never telling her parents where she is, and then they have to worry for hours where their daughter is with no means of contacting her because, she wouldn't be able to hear her phone ringing at the concert. She would put her parents through hell. It never crossed my mind that I'd get more worried not knowing where I am. You are an idiot, Eri. Not knowing is a horrible feeling. It's one of the worst things that you could do to someone.
연습을 하다가 주위를 둘러봤는데 음악실에 네가 안 보이는 거야. 놀라서 부원한테 물어봤더니 축구공을 가지러 갔다고 했는데 시간이 한참 지나도 오질 않길래 진작에 체육관을 나온 줄 알았어. 그래서 여기는 제일 마지막에 들렀는데.
Why would you come here last? I mean, if someone I know is going to a specific location but hasn't returned from there yet, the first place I would look would be the one where they are supposed to be, because that's the logical thing to do. If I'm told I'm going to the supermarket at the corner, but they're not back after an hour or more, I'd probably be like, I'm worried and they're not answering their phone. I'm gonna go to the corner store first because that's where they should be, and if they're on their way home already, I'm probably gonna see them as I go over there. So, why would you go where the person is supposed to be last? I mean, if you checked here first and didn't find her, then I could see, like, maybe asking one of the girls to check the girls' bathroom or something. Your logic is ass backward, man.
좀 더 빨리 구하러 오지 못해서 미안해, 히로인.
I felt sorry imagining the face he's making right now.
내가 항상 옆에 있어야 했는데.
Oh, don't worry, Red. It's her fault for leaving without telling you. I feel sorry for you. You have such a thoughtless, difficult heroine to follow.
열심히 찾았는데 더 빨리 발견하지 못해서 미안해.
This happened because I wasn't thoughtful enough. At least she knows that it's her fault. I should be the one to be sorry since he saved me. But Red is apologizing for not finding me sooner.
너 울었구나.
Yeah, a little. Yeah, comma, a little. I wiped my eyes.
일단 모두에게 연락할게. 다들 흩어져서 널 찾고 있거든.
Really?
당연하지. 연극 부원들은 집에 갔지만 집안에 있던 녀석들은 아직도 널 찾고 있어.
Yeah, all the boys are at home, the other boys, and they've been looking for you for the last 3 hours all over the homes, thinking that by now they would have found you in the home. I know what he means, but the wording makes it sound like they're looking all over the house and nowhere else. Red took out his phone and texted everyone.
보자. 테이한테는 보냈고 다음은 연호.
Red sent each of the boys a text. He must have gotten replies right away since the phone kept vibrating. I guess, thankfully, everyone worried about me. Red's fingers were busy tapping the screen. I feel a bit embarrassed to think that those hands touched my face just now. But first, he's actually pretty fast as text. Huh? Just now.
히로인.
I definitely saw it. Something that passed behind Red. Something just passed by you right now. It's too dark, so I couldn't see properly, but...
에?
Red looked startled and came by my side. Oh, come to think of it, so I said something this morning. There was a ghost here yesterday. Is it that?
You...
I thought it was just a rumor. Maybe it was true. Red? Are you okay?
괜찮고 말고.
He didn't look fine in the way he was shaking. Red grabbed my hand and screamed. Red? Are you afraid of ghosts?
마늘과 십자가, 그리고 팥.
Garlic and silver crosses are for vampires and werewolves respectively. Can't think of a supernatural creature that would be repelled by red beans.
전대물의 신이시여, 레드를 보호하소서.
At the same time Red started mumbling, we heard someone's footsteps at the door. I think someone's slowly coming this way. Who is it?
오지마, 오지마, 오지마. 만질 수 없는 건 내 전문이 아니라고.
The more the footsteps came closer, Red held onto my hands tighter. Red, my hand hurts. Lance! It was Lance who came in the door.
여기 있었군요.
너
한참을 찾았습니다. 그런데 둘이 꼭 붙어서 뭘 하고 있는 건지 기임이 다 빠지는군요. 찾았으면 찾았다고 연락을 하는 것이 상식 아닙니까?
Shut the fuck up, he was. Don't talk about things that you don't understand or know.
연락하고 있었다고. 그런데 유령이 지나가는 바람에 잠시 하던 일을 잊은 것뿐이야.
유령? 아무튼 무사해서 다행이군요. 그보다 당신은 여기서 뭘 하고 있었던 겁니까?
Trapped because some bitches. He's always so exact. I felt troubled not being able to lie, but too flustered to explain everything. Red's insane fans trapped me inside the warehouse. Period. Sorry for worrying you guys. I'll tell you everything later. Lance flinched his eyebrows, but nodded when I told him I'd explain everything later. Then he turned his attention towards Red and started pointing out everything he did wrong.
레드, 당신은 그녀를 찾았으면 빨리 모두에게 연락을 했어야지. 왜 군뱅이처럼 아직도 여기에서 이러고 있는 겁니까?
He was doing that. Shut the fuck up.
그러니까 하고 있었대도. 유령이 나타나기 전까지는 말이야.
유령이라니 쓸데없는 소리를.
히로인이 봤어.
Yeah, I did see something. It just swooshed by him.
그 움직이는 물체 말이군요.
You know something?
네, 봤으니까요.
유령을 봤대.
A pale redhead. He looks like strawberry Oh my god, what am I thinking? Oh, don't worry, Eri. You're probably just under shock and hungry, and strawberry cake is fucking delicious.
안 그래도 쫓고 있던 참입니다. 그러던 중에 당신들과 만났고요.
유령을 쫓는다고? 너!
So you were looking for the ghost and not me. Nice to see how much I matter to you.
둘 다입니다. 그리고 아직 유령인지 아닌지 확실하지도 않으니 유령이라고 부르는 건 경솔한 것 같군요. 그 물체를 봤다면 어느 쪽으로 갔는지 알려주세요.
You did come to find me, right?
목표는 이미 달성됐지 않습니까? 빨리 물체의 행방을 말하세요.
Up your ass along with the stick in it.
정체를 밝혀내서 유령을 봤다고 시끄럽게 떠드는 자들의 아둔함을 깨우치겠습니다.
이 배신자!
시끄럽군요.
게다가 정체를 밝혀내겠다니! 그건 해선 안 되는 짓이야! 유령에게 까불었다가 나중에 무슨 일이 생길지 모른다고.
Look, I'll be quite honest. I know that what they're doing here is basically giving you, something lighthearted after the intense atmosphere of the previous scene, which was rather long and very relieving when Red came to save Eri. I understand that they want to counterbalance things and, not make people and players feel too depressed or too downtrodden because of that, but I think you're doing this part way too long. What do I care about a ghost? I was just rescued from being trapped. Ghosts are or ghost rumors are not anything I would be worrying about at all for the next years.
그렇게 유령 따위에 떨어선 어떻게 정의를 지킵니까?
Justice doesn't contain ghosts.
웃기지 마. 누가 유령 따위 무섭다고 했어?
Red's trying really hard right now.
아무튼 이러다가 놓치겠습니다. 어느 쪽으로 갔죠?
It did go that way. Lance started to march towards the direction I pointed at, and ran smack dab into the wall that I pointed at. Red just stood still and watched Lance as he walked away. Red, you okay?
히로인,
Yeah?
우리도 가자. 란스 녀석보다 먼저 유령을 퇴치할 거야.
Get rid of the ghost?
가자!
Red took my hand again and started running towards Lance. Lance turned around at the sound, let out a sigh.
이 근처에서 무슨 소리가 난 것 같습니다만.
Yeah, I think I heard it too.
나는 아무것도 듣지 않았다. 나는 아무것도 들리지 않는다.
At that moment, we heard something being dragged. The sound came from... No way.
저쪽이 확실하군요.
This can't be good.
열지 마! 열지 마! 그 문을 열지 마!
Lance ignored Red and opened the door. The door opened and...
무슨 일이지?
We were right. That creepy sound was coming from the infirmary.
유령의 정체가 이것이었군요.
Mr. Eugene, you're still here? I thought you disappeared into the NPC's no longer needed bin after you didn't treat my knee earlier. I pointed at the fundamental problem.
보름달이 뜰 것 같은 날은 퇴근하지 않지. 달빛이 밝으니까 말이야.
As far as I know, full moon is only one night in the month, unless it's a blue moon. So why are you here again?
크리스토퍼와 베아트리체가 산책하기에 이보다 더 완벽한 날은 없으니까.
Then the ghost is...
비품이 산책하는 모습이었군요.
What idiot would mistake skeletons for ghosts?
뭐? 그런 거야? 그럼 유령이 아닌 거지?
방금 뭘 들었습니까?
Mr. Eugene, do you know the weird rumor among the students these days?
소문? 알 필요도 없고 알고 싶지도 않군.
I agree with Eugene. Gossip and rumors, mostly something that really doesn't matter. There are students shivering in fear because of their stroll.
이 내용을 정리해서 내일 위원회에 보고해야겠군요. 유령이 돈다는 말도 안 되는 허위 사실이 돌고 있다는 것은 허락할 수 없습니다.
What do you even care about this? Doesn't concern you.
베아트리체. 이 녀석들이 시끄럽다고? 얼른 쫓아버리고 둘만의 시간을 갖도록 하지.
Let's go back now. Since the mystery's solved, there's no reason to stay here longer. We left the infirmary feeling let down. Why would you feel let down? We had dinner much later than usual. I thought I'd spend the night locked up in the warehouse. Thank God. Seeing the bright table, I suddenly felt emotional. I explained everything to all the boys at the table. I couldn't hide the fact that a couple jealous girls locked me up in the warehouse. No, everyone saw it anyway, so there was no way I could hide it. They saw you being dragged away, all of them? Are you saying they all knew about it? But I didn't bring up the fact that those girls harassed me before. Why not? Okay, before, sort of, stalk bullying, harassment, whatever. But you have been kidnapped twice now, and physically harmed when they hit you on the noggin. Why aren't you telling anyone? You could tell the police and get them suspended, if not expelled, or even thrown into jail, or fined for causing physical harm to another person. Why aren't you telling the principal? You know, the guy who lives above you? Christ, Harry! Since everyone seemed shocked enough from what happened today, Yono especially couldn't close his mouth and shivered.
그래서 그 사람들이 마스터를 가둔 거예요?
Yeah, one of the girls likes red. They know that I go to school with Red, and they know that I joined the drama club. They even knew that I went to the amusement park with him. Everyone frowned in their own way after hearing what I said. So I think Red should be wary of that girl who gives the chocolate biscuits.
뭐? 그 애가 그랬단 말이야?
이건 정말 그냥 넘어갈 수 없는 일인 것 같군. 아무리 여학생들이라곤 해도 마이 허니를 위험에 빠뜨리는 건 절대 용서할 수 없어.
I love you, Yuri. Not just because you're, adult and more mature than the others, but you're actually realizing that you have very good grounds to get these girls expelled or suspended. You know that they did something actually illegal against the law. You have a standing ground for this. Do something with it! I was thinking of telling the teacher tomorrow anyway. Why tell the teacher? I repeat, why not the principal who is living right above you? And this is something that concerns the safety of a student in school, which the school is legally obligated to ensure. If they don't, the school is going to get in big trouble. Yuri, who was quietly fuming, nodded at what I said. Red, they might do something to you too for not liking them back. Eri, is this the first time that you've been bullied? Because you're an idiot. He's their idol. They love him. They would never do anything to harm him. I know that there are people who do harm the person that they love, but these type of girls are obsessed with him. They probably have shrines of him. They would never do anything to him that would be bad, since they don't want him to know that they're manipulative bitches. So be careful, okay?
나 일어날게.
레드.
Red stood up and quietly walked into Grandpa's room. Everyone watching was lost for words for a moment.
정리하자면 결국에는 정의의 용사 탓이로군요. 당신이 갇힌 건.
No, it was Eri's fault for not having a spine, and it was the girl's fault for doing it. Also to Drama's club for not already practicing in the gym. What? That's not what I meant.
하지만 정황이 그렇지 않습니까? 사실을 부정할 필요는 없죠.
Circumstances have nothing to do with facts. Ever heard of circumstantial evidence? Come to think of it, I think Red thought the same. I don't want Red to feel guilty when he always cares for me. Now, personally, I'm an advocator of leaving a person alone when they're, not feeling so well. Because otherwise, if you bug them, they're just gonna lash out at you when really you didn't do anything wrong. I also advocate that if you have a fight with someone, you should back off a bit, let your emotions calm down, and then continue. Because otherwise, you're just gonna say things that don't mean anything and you're gonna be sorry for it. But of course, we're gonna follow him. Also, can I just say that Ailey is an idiot for not telling them that she's actually gonna do anything about the bullies? Like, fuck being scared what they did in the past. I'd be more horrified of what they could do in the future since they haven't been, put away. I can't just leave Red alone.
섭섭한걸. 2명이나 내가 만든 저녁을 거부하다니.
Sorry, Tay. I'll make sure to eat later with Red.
그래, 그럼.
I headed towards Red's room. Red? The lights weren't on in Grandpa's room.
히로인.
I don't know what to say first. Red must be feeling complicated too. What should I say? Thank you so much for saving me today. If it weren't for you, I would still be in that warehouse right now. Aren't you hungry? Let's go out and eat first, huh?
히로인.
Yeah?
난 널 구한 게 아니야.
Yes, you did. Now stop being so obsessed with that.
오히려 내가 널 위험에 빠뜨리게 한 거야.
No, I put myself in danger by leaving your side and not telling you where I was going.
그런 애인 줄 미리 알았더라면.
Red, that wasn't your fault.
오늘 네가 창고에 갇혔을 때도 바로 찾지 못했어.
Because you did the complete opposite of the logical thing to do.
내가 정말 정의의 용사로 태어났다면 그런 건 바로 알고 달려갔어야 했는데. 오랫동안 갇혀있게 해서 미안해. 무섭게 해서 미안해. 그런데 그러고 나서도 나는 유령 따위에 벌벌 떨고 너한테 기대버리고. 숨겨진 힘에 눈을 뜨지 못한 나 같은 놈이 히로인을 지킬 자격이나 있을까?
Red, stop saying those things now. Again. He's blaming his hidden powers again and relying completely on them. Amongst the confusion, those words lit the fuse. I ended up honestly telling him what's been on my mind. Hidden powers, stop talking about that. That's not what's important to me. I decided to tell him everything I've been wanting to tell him. Even if you don't have hidden powers, you saved me. And that's not because of some special power. It's because you looked for me without giving up. So, you don't need that. You are great as you are right now. Even if you don't have hidden powers and don't find any special powers, if you never give up like now and keep smiling, that would be enough. Red has a sense of brightness about him that makes everyone around him happy and smile. He doesn't have to obsess on special powers. He's already complete.
하지만 그렇다면 나는 왜 태어난 거야?
What?
나는 히로인을 지키기 위해 태어났을 텐데 분명히 원형사가 날 만들 때 그렇게 말했는걸.
Well, you are protecting me and save me. Though you wouldn't have to save me if I didn't run off on my own.
나는 특별하다고 했어. 그런 내가 사실은 평범한 인형에 지나지 않는다면 내 자리를 잃어버리게 될 것 같단 말이야. 내가 사라지게 될 것 같다고.
You're a unique doll already, so that's not an ordinary doll thing.
나는 세상에 단 하나밖에 없단 말이야. 그런 내가 평범해져 버리면 나는 왜 존재하는 거야?
What a lovely message, Red. You have to be extraordinary and special, otherwise you don't deserve to be alive.
평범한 인형을 왜 하나만 만든 거냐고.
Because marketing of Kobe doll at this point was stupid. You don't just make one doll and see if it'll become popular. You market research beforehand to see if it would even pay off, creating a specific new type of doll. You don't just throw everything and see what sticks on the wall.
아무도 좋아해주지 않을 거야. 나는 하나밖에 없으니까. 날 이해할 수 있는 사람도 나밖에 없어.
I wanted to embrace him, but I couldn't really readily touch him when he's so volatile. Red laughed bitterly from seeing me hesitate.
사실은 알고 있었어. 연호를 옐로우라고 부르고 테이를 총사령관이라고 부르면서도 나도 알고 있었어. 그런 건 그저 놀이에 지나지 않는다는 걸. 두 사람도 그걸 알면서 어울려 준 거라는 걸. 그 두 사람은 정의의 힘을 믿지 않아. 나를 위해 어울려 준 것뿐이야. 계속해서 정의를 외치는 건 나뿐이었어. 모든 건 내가 만든 세상이야. 하지만 그렇게 해서라도 내가 살아가는 이유를 만들고 싶었어. 내가 느끼는 이 외로움이 내가 특별하기 때문에 느끼는 것이라고 생각하고 싶었으니까.
Red. I suddenly remembered the conversation I had with Tay. He asked me if I really think the smiling Tay, Red, is how he truly is. I think Tay knew Red's real self. Yeah, people with split personalities or hiding behind a mask generally are very good at recognizing each other. Red's smile was just a mask that hid how anxious he really felt. He shouted for justice, but he knew that he was the only one who thought that way.
그런데 나는 히로인을 나쁜 일에 휘말리게 하고 나는 이제 모르겠어. 정말로 내가 특별한 존재가 맞는지 정의를 지키기 위해 태어난 것이 맞는지 말이야.
Red, you remember how you helped the little girl at the amusement park, right? Then, do you remember what she said?
나보고 정의의 용사라고 해준 건 말이야.
Yes, that's it. But think about it. The reason you were able to help her wasn't because of the special powers you searched so much for. Is he understanding what I'm saying right now? The person who saved that little girl wasn't a warrior of justice with special powers. It was the ordinary you who was having fun with me at the amusement park. To save someone's life or to make someone happy, it's a great thing to do. Every day you always keep your spirits up and try hard to defend justice, don't you? And you make everyone around you happy. The members of the drama club, his classmates, and our family. Everyone keeps their energy up thanks to Red. I think that's enough. And you came to save me today. You were much cooler than any justice warrior. He would have had an easier time finding me if he had some cool gadget or magical powers. But Red found me without those skills and powers and with pure sincerity and effort. Did he feel my sincerity?
히로인, 고마워. 이상해. 히로인의 얘기를 듣고 있으면 마음이 안정되는 것 같아. 네가 내 주인이라서 그런 걸까? 네 말에 힘이 났어. 고마워, 히로인. 좀 더 빨리 찾아주지 못하고 무서운 곳에 오래 둬서 미안해.
Yeah, Red's so great without any special powers.
너무 오래 쉰 것 같아. 요새 장난을 치지 않았더니. 봐, 그 녀석이 행복해하고 있잖아.
조금만 더 참는 게 어떤가요? 그녀는 아직 조각을 다 모으지 않았습니다.
어차피 마지막 조각이잖아. 정의의 용사랑 이대로 잘 되는 건 보기 싫어.
But if things don't work out, I don't collect the last piece and then we won't meet. Which, even if you say it's the last piece anyway, doesn't matter because from the bad endings that I've gotten on Red's route up to now, you seem pretty annoyed that I don't manage to get the last piece.
저 레드라는 녀석의 마음은 거의 가진 것 같은데?
Well, probably, but he doesn't realize it, and apparently we haven't fucked yet, so it doesn't count.
그렇군요. 조금만 더 있으면 마지막 조각을 모을 것 같습니다.
재미없어. 마지막 조각인데 말이야.
I admit this is a bit of a long let's play.
나머지 조각을 모을 때처럼 쉽게 모으면 날 보러 오는 길이 너무 쉬워지잖아.
Yeah, things have been really easy on this route. I mean, it's not like I've been kidnapped and beaten up and intimidated. Have you been paying attention at all, Nameless?
좀 더 힘들어하는 걸 보고 싶어.
I repeat, haven't you been paying attention, Nameless?
어느 한쪽이 괴로워하든 간에 말이야.
그래서 무엇을 하고 싶은 거죠?
일기장에 장난을 쳐야겠어.
Fun fact, if you check the diary in the menu, you can see that there are previous entries from the other routes with ripped pages in between. It's a nice little neat detail.
날 만나러 오든가 아니면 중간에 턱
And if everything snaps, I'll snap too. Especially at Red because he didn't give me the last piece.
하고 전부 망가져 버리든가. 더는 못 기다려. 회전 목마를 벌써 몇 번이나 봤는걸.
So have I, and so have the watchers. There's a freaking merry-go-round everywhere. Thankfully, I haven't yet dreamt of merry-go-rounds.
일기장 이리 줘.
무엇을 하든 당신의 자유니 저는 말리지 않도록 하죠. 하지만 너무 심한 장난은 판을 바꿔버릴 수 있으니 조심하시죠.
이렇게 쭉 찢으면. 자, 이제 무슨 일이 일어날까?